Good morning, good morning, good morning. This Big Mark coming at you in your face with the real. You know I'm gonna keep this thing bumping and jumping. I got to. I got a hot one for you today. Hey man, this might go viral here. Hey, gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. Listen, Pastor Against Pedophilia, Pastors Against Pedophilia has been the hardest organization I've ever tried to get off the ground because pastors don't go against pastors. Just like police don't go against police. Doctors won't testify against doctors. This is why malpractice is so hard. And pastors will not go against pastors, especially when it comes to sexual corruption. Especially these powerhouses, these big religions with money, like the Catholic Church, like the Seventh-day Adventist Church, the Methodist Church. They're powerhouses. They got bank. They could pay you out. They could shut you up. They have that power. They use that money against you. But you are the parishioners. Your money is the one that keep that church open. Your money is the one that keep that pastor riding while y'all walking. It's your money that keeps the church electricity on, even if yours is off. It's your money that keep food on the pastor's table when you ain't got none. It's your money that they use against you with this sexual corruption stuff. They'll take your money and get a lawyer against you. I remember about 20 years ago, I went to Oakwood College University. Pastor Craig Newborn was the pastor of the church. They had two sexual deviants that had been raping kids from the academy to college from the mid 70s all the way until today. They still in the church. I brought Ronald Lang and I brought Leon Bradley to the church before the church. One of them came, the other one didn't because he's a warden. And they never, the victims contacted him though. Do you know that Craig Newborn told them, especially Lang, he told them right out is an angry black man. Stay away from him. Because I brought victims to the church to tell their story and to tell who did it. Do you know them cats are still there? Generational pedophiles, generational sexual deviant. And each generation a different victim. And guess what? The kids grow up thinking this is normal because nobody never do nothing about it. Now, Oakwood, get your lawyer together. Lang, Bradley, y'all come sue me. Come get me. I promise you ain't gonna do nothing but bring light on yourself. And physically, I already know y'all ain't ready for this. But I'm telling you, I'm calling names. And I'm telling the truth. If I'm not sure, I won't do it. Just recently, we had a big time pastor in Huntsville. Got caught in the bed with a man. They moved him out and gave him a promotion. Because once you are ordained by an organization, the whole organization is liable for what you do. This is why pastors cover for pastors. They're not covering for you. They're not covering for the congregation. If pastors covered the congregations like they covered each other, the church would be a much safer place for men, women, children. They keep generational pedophiles at their church. You got the nerve to want to sue the AHSMA, Alabama High School Athletic Association. And you got sexual deviants at that very same academy have been sexually assaulting students for years. And y'all ain't even paying them out. Y'all just praying with them and shutting them up after preying on them and messing them up. Well, this is Ride Out. And I know y'all talking about me. I know y'all gonna be talking about it, but I'm gonna tell you right now, keep my name out your freaking mouth! Because I'm putting your name in mine. Go on and sue me, Oakwood. Go on. I'm bringing witnesses, and I'm gonna bring the facts. Because one of those cases I brought in, a 13-year-old boy was sexually assaulted. I can't say his name. He was underage, and there ain't no limit on that. At the time when I reported it, I didn't know that the church was mandatory report. They didn't even call the cop. They said nothing. They knew. They knew. Newborn knew. Craig Newborn knew. But when they see brothers like me who come into the church, we coming in with a mind of our own. We coming in after being through hell in life. And so when we come up in the spots like this and we see this crap going on, I'm like, yo, I just left that on the street. How I gonna come up in here and it's even worse? We had a pastor who, I'm not gonna say his name because I don't have everything clear. But the gist of the matter is, big time pastor here in Huntsville, Seventh-day Adventist pastor. His son was pastoring up in Ohio. He started messing with one of the parishioners. She put him on blast on Facebook. You know what they did? They just moved the boy with his father in Texas. Now they in Florida. Still pastoring. And then they blackball people like me because, man, I'm not under my watch. Not under my watch. So I call names, and it's going to get even hotter. I'm telling you, it's going to get hotter. These videos are going to get hotter. And every time a victim come forward, if they allow me to, I'm going to call your name. See, I'm daring y'all to try to sue me for calling your name. Because one of the victims was a family member, and I brought her before the church. So you're not going to do nothing but bring light on yourself. So take it, swallow it. It's been years that the church has been covering for you two knuckleheads. And now you've been put on blast. And everybody at the church know who you are. Still got elders who've been ripping off widows for years. But because they big tithe tippers, y'all keep these cats in power. Because one was a school teacher and one's a warden, y'all don't want to do nothing. But y'all just call right out an angry black man. Because I'm standing up for your youth. Because I'm standing up for your women. Because I'm protecting your women and children. Because you won't. Yes, I am relentless. And I gives a damn. So, excuse my friend. PAP has been the most difficult task I've ever done because of this reason. Pastors cover for pastors. But guess what? Y'all going to hell. You're getting your reward right now. You got your money. You got your prestige. You got your limelight. You before the people, and you think you're all this and that. This is your reward. Deblier Schnell, you're the pastor at Oakwood College University Church now. You've had pedophiles in your church for years, and you're not going to be able to say, like all these other pastors say, well, I wasn't here when that happened. They've been saints for 20 years. Oh, well, I wasn't here when that happened. Well, I wasn't here when that happened. Guess what? Depending on how you deal with these next cases, you're going to be guilty of the blood of Abel and Zechariah, whom you slew between the porch. You know what I'm talking about. We got to stop covering up just because of liability for the church. South Central Conference, you guys suck, man. It's sad. It's sad. You got these cornballs in power just because they got a degree in theology, that they have no life experience. Pastors admitting they're on porn right in the pulpit. Pastors admitting that they are chronic masturbators, but yet you'll put a parishioner out for the same reason because he's a pastor and he admitted it, you let him stay. He admits he's a sexual deviant. And y'all hook up, buddy. You ain't got nothing but a bunch of punks pastoring punks. Pastoring punks. It's sad. They're not even men. Most of them can't even change tires. They mouth hustlers. That's why they got to go along with the program, because if they don't, they get fired. And if they get fired, they can't work nowhere. So, This Big Mark coming at you in your face with the real. I hope this go viral. So I'm coming at you in your face with the real. Always keep this thing bumping and jumping. And remember, falling is a lot like flying to you to the ground. So keep your head up. Peace.